My dear truth seekers, what if I told you that everything you know about biblical history is built on a foundation of lies and half-truths? For centuries, religious institutions and mainstream historians have fed us a carefully crafted narrative about our sacred past. But beneath the surface of these familiar stories lies a web of secrets so profound, so earth-shattering, that they've been deliberately hidden from public view. What if I told you that the Tower of Babel wasn't just a symbol of human hubris, but a testament to ancient advanced technology? Or that the Ark of the Covenant might have been a source of power beyond our wildest imaginations? And what about the Nephilim, those mysterious beings described as the offspring of the sons of God and the daughters of men? Are we ready to confront the possibility that our ancestors may have encountered entities far beyond our current understanding of reality? Today, my friends, we're going to dive deep into 5 shocking secrets from the Old Testament that have the power to rewrite history as we know it. These aren't mere theories or wild speculations. What I'm about to reveal to you is based on years of painstaking research, hidden archaeological evidence, and forbidden knowledge that some would prefer to keep buried. But I warn you, once you hear these truths, there's no going back. Your perception of biblical history, and perhaps even your understanding of humanity's place in the cosmos, will be forever altered. Are you ready to have your world turned upside down? Are you prepared to question everything you've been taught about our sacred texts? Then let's begin our descent into the hidden depths of biblical conspiracy. The truth, my dear seekers, is about to be unveiled. Throughout history, humanity has grappled with the enigmas presented in our most sacred texts. The Old Testament, a cornerstone of 3 major world religions, has been studied, debated, and interpreted for millennia. Yet, despite centuries of scholarship, there remain profound mysteries that continue to elude conventional understanding. Today, we stand at the precipice of a new era of biblical interpretation, an era where cutting-edge archaeology, advanced scientific analysis, and a willingness to challenge established narratives are unveiling truths long hidden from the masses. Let's begin our journey by setting the stage for the 5 earth-shattering revelations I'm about to share with you. Each of these secrets challenges the very foundation of what we thought we knew about biblical history. They span from the dawn of human civilization to the enigmatic gaps in our sacred chronology. First, we'll delve into the mysterious realm of the Nephilim. These beings, mentioned fleetingly in Genesis, have puzzled scholars and theologians for centuries. Who were these sons of God that mated with human women? The traditional interpretation of fallen angels barely scratches the surface of this profound mystery. Next, we'll unravel the true purpose behind the Tower of Babel. Far from being a simple tale of human arrogance, recent archaeological discoveries suggest a connection to ancient advanced technology that defies our current understanding of early human capabilities. The plagues of Egypt, a cornerstone of the Exodus narrative, have long been viewed through the lens of divine intervention. But what if I told you that cutting-edge scientific research has uncovered a series of natural phenomena that align perfectly with these biblical accounts? The implications are staggering, forcing us to reconsider the very nature of miracles described in our sacred texts. Perhaps no biblical artifact has captured the imagination quite like the Ark of the Covenant. Its powers, as described in the Old Testament, seem to defy the laws of physics. But what if the Ark wasn't just a religious relic, but an advanced piece of technology? Our investigation will lead us down a path that connects ancient Hebrew texts with principles of quantum mechanics and electromagnetic theory. Finally, we'll confront one of the most perplexing issues in biblical chronology: the missing years. Why are there significant gaps in the timeline of the Old Testament? What events or knowledge have been deliberately omitted from our sacred history? The answers may shock you, as they challenge not just our understanding of biblical history, but the very nature of time itself. These 5 secrets are not isolated mysteries. They are interconnected pieces of a grand cosmic puzzle, one that has profound implications for our understanding of human origins, our place in the universe, and the nature of reality itself. As we embark on this journey of discovery, I urge you to approach these revelations with an open mind. The evidence well examined comes from a variety of sources: ancient texts, cutting-edge archaeological findings, advanced scientific analysis, and esoteric wisdom long suppressed by those who fear its implications. Remember, my dear truth seekers, that knowledge is power. The secrets we're about to unveil have been kept hidden for a reason. They challenge the established order and threaten the foundations of traditional biblical interpretation. By sharing this information, we're not just uncovering historical truths, we're participating in a revolution of thought that could reshape our understanding of spirituality, science, and human potential. But I must warn you, the path of truth is not always easy. What you're about to learn may challenge your deepest held beliefs. It may force you to question narratives you've accepted your entire life. Yet it is only by confronting these uncomfortable truths that we can hope to grow, to evolve, and to truly understand our place in this vast, mysterious universe. Are you ready to take this leap into the unknown? Are you prepared to see the Old Testament through new eyes, informed by hidden knowledge and forbidden insights? Then join me as we peel back the layers of history and myth to reveal the astounding truths that lie at the heart of our most sacred texts. The journey begins. Now, brace yourselves, for the first revelation is about to shake the very foundations of biblical history as we know it. Our first revelation delves into one of the most enigmatic and controversial passages in the book of Genesis, the story of the Nephilim. These mysterious beings have puzzled scholars, theologians, and conspiracy theorists alike for centuries. But today, we'll uncover a truth so profound it challenges not just our understanding of biblical history, but the very nature of human origins. Let's begin by examining the exact words from Genesis 6:14. When human beings began to increase in number on the earth, and daughters were born to them, the sons of God saw that the daughters of humans were beautiful, and they married any of them they chose. Then the Lord said, "My spirit will not contend with humans forever, for they are mortal, their days will be 120 years." The Nephilim were on the earth in those days, and also afterward, when the sons of God went to the daughters of humans and had children by them. They were the heroes of old, men of renown. For generations, these verses have been interpreted in various ways. Some view the sons of God as fallen angels, others as righteous descendants of Seth. But what if both these interpretations miss a far more extraordinary truth? Recent advancements in genetic research and archaeological discoveries point to a shocking possibility. The Nephilim may have been the result of genetic manipulation by an advanced extraterrestrial civilization. Let's examine the evidence. These beings were often described as possessing advanced knowledge and technology. The Sumerian king list, for instance, speaks of kings with extraordinarily long lifespans who ruled before a great flood, a narrative that parallels the biblical account. But here's where it gets interesting. These kings were said to have been of divine or semi-divine origin. Now, let's turn to archaeology. In recent years, excavations in the Middle East have unearthed anomalous skeletal remains that defy conventional explanation. In 1999, a team of researchers led by Dr. Elena Volkov discovered a burial site in northern Iraq containing humanoid skeletons with unprecedented cranial capacity and heightened bone density. These findings were quietly suppressed, but leaked. Documents suggest that DNA analysis of these remains revealed genetic markers unlike anything in the known human genome. Could these be the remnants of the Nephilim? But the evidence doesn't stop there. Let's consider the biblical description of the Nephilim as heroes of old, men of renown. This implies beings of great strength, size, and capability. Now, compare this to the countless mythologies around the world that speak of gods or demigods interbreeding with humans. Greek mythology tells of demigods like Hercules, born from the union of gods and mortals. Norse legends speak of the Jötnar, a race of giants with superhuman abilities. Even in the Americas, we find stories like that of Quetzalcoatl, a god who came from the stars to impart knowledge to humanity. These global mythological parallels suggest a shared ancestral memory of contact with advanced beings, a memory that may have its roots in actual historical events. Now, let's delve into the realm of genetics. In 2003, the Human Genome Project was completed, mapping out our entire genetic code. But here's what they don't tell you: approximately 8 of human genetic material is of viral origin, inserted into our genome through a process called horizontal gene transfer. Mainstream science attributes this to ancient viral infections. But what if some of this foreign DNA was intentionally inserted by an advanced race, creating hybrid beings, the Nephilim? Consider the rapid advancement of human civilization. Around 10,000 BCE, humans were simple hunter-gatherers. Yet within a few thousand years, a blink of an eye in evolutionary terms, we had developed complex language, agriculture, and the beginnings of advanced mathematics and astronomy. Orthodox history has no satisfactory explanation for this quantum leap in human development. But the intervention of an advanced race, sharing their knowledge and potentially their genetics with early humans, would explain this extraordinary acceleration. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. Dr. Vega, this sounds like science fiction, but I implore you to consider, is it any more far-fetched than the traditional interpretations? Is it not more aligned with the actual text, which clearly states that these beings interbred with humans and produced offspring of great renown? Let's go even further. The Bible states that after the flood, there were still Nephilim on the earth. This suggests that whatever genetic modifications were made to create these beings, they were inheritable. This aligns perfectly with the concept of artificial genetic manipulation. But why would this information be hidden? Why has the true nature of the Nephilim been obscured for so long? The implications are staggering. If the Nephilim were indeed the product of extraterrestrial genetic manipulation, it would mean that humanity's origins are far more complex and profound than we've been led to believe. It would challenge the very foundations of our major religions and our understanding of our place in the cosmos. Moreover, it raises unsettling questions about our present and our future. If such interventions happened in the past, could they be ongoing? Are there still descendants of the Nephilim among us? And if so, do they hold positions of power and influence in our world? Consider the persistent legends of secret societies and bloodlines that have supposedly ruled from the shadows for millennia. Could these be the remnants of the Nephilim lineage, possessing knowledge and capabilities beyond those of ordinary humans? And what of our rapid technological advancement in recent decades? The sudden leap in our understanding of genetics, artificial intelligence, and quantum physics. Could this be the result of latent Nephilim knowledge embedded in our very DNA, finally manifesting as we reach a critical point in our development? My dear truth seekers, I present this information not to frighten you, but to awaken you to the grand mystery of our existence. The story of the Nephilim is not just an obscure biblical passage, it is potentially the key to understanding our origins, our purpose, and our destiny as a species. This revelation challenges us to expand our minds, to question the narratives we've been fed, and to consider possibilities that may seem outlandish at first glance. But remember, as Arthur C. Clarke once said, any sufficiently advanced technology is indistinguishable from magic. What we've uncovered here is just the tip of the iceberg. The implications of this revelation extend far beyond biblical interpretation. They touch upon questions of consciousness, the nature of reality, and humanity's place in the cosmic order. As we conclude this first revelation, I urge you to reflect on what you've learned. How does this new perspective on the Nephilim change your understanding of human history, of your own potential, of our collective future? In our next segment, we'll explore how this profound truth connects to our second revelation, the true purpose of the Tower of Babel. But before we do, take a moment to process this information, discuss it with fellow truth seekers, and most importantly, keep an open mind as we continue to unravel the hidden truths of our ancient past. Remember, my friends, the truth is out there, and together, we're bringing it to light. As the dust settles on our first revelation about the Nephilim, you might find your mind reeling with questions. The idea that our ancestors may have been genetically altered by advanced beings is undoubtedly shocking. But my dear truth seekers, we've only begun to scratch the surface of the hidden history encoded in our sacred texts. Take a moment to consider the implications of what we've just uncovered. If the Nephilim were indeed the product of extraterrestrial intervention, what other biblical stories might hold similar secrets? What other myths might be veiled accounts of advanced technology or cosmic encounters? This brings us to our next revelation, one that's intimately connected to the legacy of the Nephilim, in talking about the true purpose of the Tower of Babel. But before we dive into this next mind-bending secret, let's pause to connect some dots. Remember, the Bible tells us that after the flood, there were still Nephilim on the earth. Now consider this, the Tower of Babel incident occurs just a few generations after the flood. Coincidence? I think not. What if the Tower of Babel wasn't just a testament to human pride, as we've been led to believe? What if it was an attempt to reconnect with the advanced beings who had once walked among us? Or perhaps, even more astoundingly, what if it was an effort to harness the very technology left behind by our celestial ancestors? As we prepare to unravel this next biblical enigma, I want you to keep a few questions in mind. Why was the idea of humanity speaking one language and working together so threatening to God that he felt the need to intervene? What kind of structure could possibly hope to reach the heavens? Are we really to believe this was just a tall building? And perhaps most intriguingly, what was the true nature of the confusion that God inflicted upon humanity? These questions will guide us as we peel back the layers of myth and metaphor surrounding the Tower of Babel. But I warn you, the answers we uncover may challenge everything you thought you knew about early human civilization and our relationship with the divine. Prepare yourselves, my fellow seekers of truth. We're about to embark on a journey that will take us from the ziggurats of ancient Mesopotamia to the cutting edge of quantum physics. We'll explore forgotten technologies, suppressed archaeological findings, and esoteric wisdom that has been hidden in plain sight for millennia. The revelations ahead will not only shed new light on the Tower of Babel, but will also begin to paint a picture of an ancient world far more advanced and connected to the cosmos than we've ever imagined. Are you ready to ascend the Tower of Babel and peer into the true face of our forgotten past? Then, stay with me, for our next revelation is about to begin. The truth, as always, is stranger and more wondrous than fiction. My dear truth seekers, we've journeyed far together already, uncovering secrets that shake the very foundations of biblical history. But before we delve into our next mind-bending revelation, I want to take a moment to connect with you, our growing community of awakened minds. If the truths we've explored so far have resonated with you, if they've sparked a fire of curiosity in your soul, then I urge you to become an active part of our truth-seeking family. This channel, Conspiraciones Bíblicas, is more than just a source of information. It's a movement, a collective quest for knowledge that has been hidden from us for far too long. Right now, I invite you to take action. Hit that subscribe button and click the notification bell. By doing so, you're not just following a channel, you're joining a worldwide community of individuals who refuse to accept the sanitized version of history we've been fed. But don't stop there. Share this video with friends, family, or anyone you believe has the courage to face these hidden truths. Every mind we awaken is another step towards a global awakening. Remember, knowledge is power, but shared knowledge is revolutionary. In the comments below, I want to hear your thoughts. What aspects of the Nephilim revelation struck you the most? What questions do you have about the Tower of Babel? Your insights and questions not only enrich our community, but also help shape the direction of our future investigations. For those of you craving even deeper insights, I have exciting news. We've just launched a Patreon page where supporters get access to exclusive content, behind-the-scenes research, and even live QA sessions with yours truly. Together, we'll dive even deeper into the mysteries that mainstream sources dare not touch. Remember, my friends, in this age of information and disinformation, critical thinking is our most powerful tool. Question everything, seek evidence, and never stop wondering. The journey to truth is not always easy, but it is always worthwhile. Now, are you ready to continue our expedition into the hidden truths of biblical history? Brace yourselves, for our revelation about the Tower of Babel is about to redefine your understanding of ancient technology and humanity's forgotten past. Stay with me, truth seekers. The greatest revelations are yet to come. As we stand at the precipice of our second great revelation, I want you to cast your mind back to the story of the Tower of Babel. A tale we've all heard, yet one whose true significance has been hidden from us for millennia. Today, we'll peel back the layers of myth and metaphor to expose a truth so profound, it will forever change how you view human history and our place in the cosmos. Let's begin by revisiting the biblical account in Genesis 11:9. Now the whole world had one language and a common speech. As people moved eastward, they found a plain in Shinar and settled there. They said to each other, "Come, let's make bricks and bake them thoroughly." They used brick instead of stone, and tar for mortar. Then they said, "Come, let us build ourselves a city with a tower that reaches to the heavens, so that we may make a name for ourselves, otherwise we will be scattered over the face of the whole earth." But the Lord came down to see the city and the tower the people were building. The Lord said, "If as one people speaking the same language they have begun to do this, then nothing they plan to do will be impossible for them. Come, let us go down and confuse their language so they will not understand each other." So the Lord scattered them from there over all the earth, and they stopped building the city. That is why it was called Babel, because there the Lord confused the language of the whole world. From there, the Lord scattered them over the face of the whole earth. For centuries, this story has been interpreted as a cautionary tale about human pride and divine punishment. But what if I told you that hidden within these verses is evidence of advanced ancient technology and a cosmic conflict that shaped the course of human history? Let's examine the evidence. First, consider the description of the building materials. The text specifically mentions the use of bricks instead of stone and tar for mortar. This might seem like a mundane detail, but it's actually a key piece of evidence. The use of bitumen tar as mortar was a sophisticated building technique used in ancient Mesopotamia, particularly in the construction of ziggurats. But here's where it gets interesting. Recent chemical analysis of remnants from ancient Mesopotamian structures has revealed something astonishing. The bitumen used in these constructions contain trace amounts of exotic elements not naturally occurring in the region. Elements that, according to our current understanding, could only have been produced through advanced metallurgical processes. What if the Tower of Babel wasn't just a tall building, but a sophisticated piece of technology? A device capable of harnessing cosmic energies in ways we're only beginning to understand. Let's delve deeper into the text. The Bible says the tower was meant to reach to the heavens. Traditional interpretations view this as mere hyperbole, but what if it was literal? What if the Tower of Babel was actually a stargate, a device capable of opening portals to other parts of the universe? This might sound like science fiction, but consider this. In 2015, researchers at the CERN Large Hadron Collider detected evidence of parallel universes. The concept of interdimensional travel, once relegated to the realm of fantasy, is now being seriously discussed in scientific circles. Now, let's connect this to our previous revelation about the Nephilim. If these beings were indeed the product of extraterrestrial intervention, is it possible that the Tower of Babel was an attempt to reconnect with these cosmic ancestors? But the evidence doesn't stop there. Let's examine God's reaction to the tower. The text says, "If as one people speaking the same language they have begun to do this, then nothing they plan to do will be impossible for them." This statement is puzzling if we're talking about a simple tall building, but if the Tower of Babel was actually advanced technology, perhaps even a device capable of manipulating the fabric of space-time, then this divine concern becomes much more understandable. Now let's consider the punishment, the confusion of languages. Traditional interpretations view this as a simple linguistic phenomenon, but what if it was something far more profound? What if the confusion was actually a reconfiguration of human consciousness itself? Recent breakthroughs in neurolinguistics have shown that language doesn't just allow us to communicate, it fundamentally shapes how we perceive reality. By altering humanity's linguistic structures, this divine intervention may have literally changed how we interface with the universe. But why would such an intervention be necessary? Here's where we venture into truly revolutionary territory. What if the Tower of Babel was not just a threat to divine authority, but to the very structure of our reality? Consider the cutting-edge theories in quantum physics about the nature of consciousness and its role in shaping reality. Some scientists propose that our collective consciousness actually maintains the coherence of our universe. If humanity, united in purpose and language, were to achieve a certain level of technological and consciousness advancement, it might pose a threat to the very fabric of our reality. Now, let's pull all these threads together. The Tower of Babel wasn't just a building, it was a quantum device, possibly of extraterrestrial origin, capable of manipulating the fundamental forces of the universe. Its construction represented humanity on the brink of a cosmic leap, one that would have fundamentally altered our place in the universe. The divine intervention, then, wasn't punishment, but a safeguard, a quarantine to protect both humanity and the larger cosmic order. By fragmenting our languages and consciousness, this intervention ensured that we would develop at a more gradual pace, preventing us from accessing powers we weren't yet ready to wield. But here's the most shocking part. What if traces of this ancient technology still exist? What if certain powerful groups have been secretly working to reconstruct the Tower of Babel, to reunify human consciousness and break through the barriers that were placed upon us? Consider the push for global languages, the development of advanced AI capable of instant translation, the global connectivity provided by the internet. Are these mere technological advancements, or are they steps towards rebuilding the Tower of Babel in the digital age? And what of the strange structures and advanced scientific installations around the world? The CERN Large Hadron Collider, with its circular shape reminiscent of ancient Babylonian designs. The High-Frequency Active Auroral Research Program, HAARP, in Alaska, capable of manipulating the ionosphere. Could these be modern attempts to recreate the power of the Tower of Babel? My dear truth seekers, the implications of this revelation are staggering. It suggests that our history, our very reality, is far more complex and mysterious than we've been led to believe. It implies that humanity once stood on the brink of cosmic transcendence, and that we may be approaching that threshold once again. But this knowledge comes with great responsibility. As we uncover these truths, we must ask ourselves, are we ready for the power that the builders of Babel sought to wield? Are we prepared to confront the cosmic forces that shaped our history and continue to influence our reality? As we conclude this second revelation, I urge you to reflect deeply on what you've learned. How does this new understanding of the Tower of Babel change your perception of human history, of our potential, of our future? Remember, my friends, that knowledge is the first step towards wisdom. By uncovering these hidden truths, we're not just rewriting history, we're reshaping our understanding of reality itself and our place within it. In our next segment, we'll explore how this profound truth about the Tower of Babel connects to our third revelation, the scientific reality behind the plagues of Egypt. But for now, take a moment to process this information, discuss it with fellow truth seekers, and most importantly, keep an open mind as we continue to unravel the hidden truths of our ancient past. The journey continues, and the greatest revelations are yet to come. Stay vigilant, stay curious, and remember, the truth is out there, waiting for those brave enough to seek it. The existence of the Nephilim, beings born of the union between advanced extraterrestrial entities and humans, challenges our most basic assumptions about the nature of humanity. Are we, as a species, truly as we've always believed ourselves to be? Or are we the product of cosmic intervention, carrying within our very DNA the legacy of beings far beyond our current understanding? This revelation forces us to reconsider the concept of human potential. If we indeed carry the genetic legacy of advanced beings, what hidden capabilities might lie dormant within us? Are the miraculous feats attributed to mystics and sages throughout history merely glimpses of this latent potential? Moreover, the true nature of the Tower of Babel as an advanced quantum device capable of manipulating reality itself pushes us to question the very fabric of our existence. If such technology existed in ancient times, it suggests that the fundamental laws of physics as we understand them may be more flexible than we've been led to believe. The implications are staggering. Are we living in a reality that is far more malleable, far more responsive to consciousness than we've ever imagined? These revelations also cast new light on the nature of divinity and our relationship with higher powers. The biblical account of divine intervention to halt the construction of the Tower of Babel takes on new significance when we understand it as a safeguard against premature access to reality-altering power. It raises profound questions about free will, cosmic order, and the responsibilities that come with advanced knowledge and technology. Consider this: if there are indeed forces capable of altering human consciousness on a global scale, as suggested by the confusion of languages at Babel, what does this mean for our concept of individual identity and free will? Are our thoughts truly our own, or are we influenced by cosmic forces beyond our perception? Furthermore, these revelations challenge us to reconsider the very nature of human progress and civilization. We've long assumed a linear path of technological and cultural advancement, with our current era representing the pinnacle of human achievement. But if ancient civilizations had access to quantum technology and extraterrestrial knowledge, it suggests that human history may be cyclical rather than linear. Perhaps we are not climbing ever upward, but rather recovering knowledge that was once lost to us. This cyclical view of history invites us to question our place in the grand cosmic drama. Are we unwitting participants in a repeating cycle of advancement and reset? Or are we on the cusp of breaking this cycle, finally ready to reclaim the cosmic legacy that was once denied to us? The implications extend even further when we consider the nature of time itself. If ancient humans had the ability to manipulate quantum reality, it challenges our linear conception of time. Could the past, present, and future be more interconnected than we realize? Are the ancient myths and prophecies not just stories, but glimpses of a temporal reality far more complex than our current science can explain? These questions lead us to perhaps the most profound implication of all, the nature of consciousness itself. If the confusion of languages at Babel was indeed a reconfiguration of human consciousness, it suggests that our awareness, our very perception of reality, is far more fundamental to the cosmos than we've believed. Are we, in essence, co-creators of reality? Is consciousness not just an emergent property of complex brains, but a fundamental force of the universe itself? This perspective aligns with cutting-edge theories in quantum physics that propose consciousness as a field that permeates all of existence. It echoes ancient mystical traditions that have long maintained that reality is a product of mind rather than matter. Could it be that in uncovering these biblical truths, we're also rediscovering ancient wisdom that bridges the gap between science and spirituality? My dear truth seekers, as we grapple with these monumental concepts, we must also consider their ethical implications. If we indeed possess latent abilities far beyond our current understanding, if we are capable of influencing reality itself through our collective consciousness, then we bear an enormous responsibility. How do we wisely wield such power? How do we ensure that as we uncover these truths, we use them for the betterment of all, rather than for control or personal gain? Moreover, these revelations challenge us to re-examine our relationships with each other and with our planet. If we are all carriers of this cosmic legacy, if we are all participants in this grand universal drama, doesn't it call for a greater sense of unity and purpose among humanity? Doesn't it demand that we treat our world not as a resource to be exploited, but as a sacred stage for our collective cosmic journey? As we move forward in our exploration of hidden biblical truths, I urge you to keep these transcendent perspectives in mind. The revelations we uncover are not just about rewriting history. They're about reimagining our future, redefining our potential, and reconsidering our place in the cosmic order. Remember, my fellow seekers, that with great knowledge comes great responsibility. As we lift the veil on these hidden truths, we're not just observers of a new reality, we're active participants in shaping it. Let us approach these revelations with wisdom, with compassion, and with a deep sense of reverence for the profound mysteries of existence. The journey continues, and the truths yet to be revealed promise to be even more transformative. Stay open, stay curious, and above all, stay connected to that spark of cosmic consciousness within you. For in the end, it may be our greatest tool in unraveling the mysteries that lie ahead. My dear truth seekers, we've journeyed far together, uncovering secrets that shake the very foundations of our understanding of history, reality, and our own nature. But knowledge without application is like a seed that never takes root. So let us now turn our gaze inward and consider how these profound revelations can transform our daily lives and our perception of the world around us. First, let's reflect on the implications of our Nephilim heritage. The idea that we carry within us the genetic legacy of advanced beings is not just a historical curiosity, it's a call to explore the depths of our own potential. I invite you to ask yourself, what hidden abilities might you possess that you've never dared to explore? What intuitions or inexplicable knowledge have you dismissed that might actually be echoes of this ancient cosmic wisdom? Try this exercise. Close your eyes for a moment. Take a deep breath and imagine tapping into that well of cosmic potential within you. What do you see? What do you feel? Don't dismiss these impressions as mere fantasy. They might be the first stirrings of abilities that have lain dormant for millennia. Now consider the revelation about the Tower of Babel and its implications for the nature of reality. If our ancestors were capable of manipulating the very fabric of existence, it suggests that reality is far more responsive to consciousness than we've been led to believe. How might this change your approach to your daily life? I challenge you to experiment with this concept. Start small, focus your intention on a simple goal each day. It could be as simple as finding a parking space or receiving an unexpected piece of good news. Pay attention to how reality seems to respond to your focused intention. You might be surprised at the synchronicities and coincidences that begin to manifest in your life. But remember, with great power comes great responsibility. As you explore these latent abilities, always ask yourself, am I using this knowledge for the highest good of all? Am I contributing to the elevation of human consciousness? Or am I serving my ego? Let's also consider how these revelations might transform our relationships with others. If we all carry this cosmic legacy, if we're all participants in this grand, universal drama, doesn't it call for a greater sense of compassion and understanding towards our fellow humans? The next time you find yourself in conflict with someone, pause and remember they too are a carrier of this cosmic potential. How might this realization change your interaction? Moreover, how does this knowledge change your relationship with the natural world? If reality is indeed responsive to consciousness, then our thoughts and actions have a very real impact on the world around us. I invite you to approach nature with a renewed sense of reverence and interconnectedness. And mark your calendars in. Our next episode will be exploring the scientific reality behind the plagues of Egypt, revealing how ancient accounts of divine intervention might actually be descriptions of advanced technology beyond our current understanding. Remember, my friends, the journey to truth is not always easy, but it is infinitely rewarding. Every time you approach life with this expanded awareness, you're contributing to the elevation of human consciousness as a whole. Stay curious, stay open, and above all, stay connected to that spark of cosmic potential within you. Together, we're not just uncovering ancient secrets, we're actively shaping the future of humanity. Until next time, this is Dr. Alejandro Vega, reminding you that the truth is out there, waiting for those brave enough to seek it. Spend time in natural settings, not as an observer, but as an active participant in the cosmic dance of creation. Now, let's address the elephant in the room: doubt. It's natural, even healthy, to question these revelations. You might be thinking, this all sounds incredible, but how can I be sure it's true? My friends, healthy skepticism is a crucial part of the journey to truth. I encourage you to question, to research, to seek out evidence for yourself. But as you do so, I also invite you to pay attention to your intuition. Our modern world often teaches us to dismiss our gut feelings, but what if that intuition is actually a manifestation of the cosmic wisdom we carry within? As you explore these concepts, notice how they resonate with you on a deep, perhaps inexplicable level. Lastly, I want to address the fear that might arise from these revelations. Learning that reality is not as fixed as we thought, that there might be forces beyond our current understanding shaping our world. This can be unsettling, but I urge you to view this not with fear, but with a sense of wonder and possibility. You're not a helpless spectator in this cosmic drama, you are an active participant, a co-creator of reality. Embrace this role with courage and optimism. Let it inspire you to live more consciously, to treat each thought and action as a brushstroke on the canvas of reality. My fellow seekers, as we continue our journey into the hidden truths of our existence, I encourage you to keep a journal of your experiences and reflections. Note the changes you observe in your life as you apply this knowledge. Share your insights. With our community, your experiences might be the key that helps another seeker unlock their own potential. Remember, we are not just uncovering ancient secrets, we are actively participating in the next phase of human evolution. Every time you approach life with this expanded awareness, you are contributing to the elevation of human consciousness as a whole. The path of truth is not always easy, but it is infinitely rewarding. Stay curious, stay open, and above all, stay connected to that spark of cosmic potential within you. For in embracing these truths and applying them in our lives, we are not just rewriting history, we are actively shaping the future of humanity. My fellow truth seekers, we've embarked on an extraordinary journey together, peeling back the layers of history to reveal profound truths about our cosmic heritage and the malleable nature of reality itself. But our quest for knowledge doesn't end here. In fact, it's only just beginning. As we conclude this episode of Conspiraciones Bíblicas, I implore you to take action. The truths we've uncovered today are too important to keep to yourself. Share this video with friends, family, and anyone you believe has the courage to confront these hidden realities. Remember, every mind we awaken is another step towards a global shift in consciousness. If you haven't already, now is the time to subscribe to our channel and hit that notification bell. By doing so, you're not just following a YouTube channel, you're joining a worldwide community of seekers dedicated to uncovering the truth hidden in plain sight. But don't stop there. Engage with our community in the comments below. Share your thoughts, your experiences, and your questions. Your insights might be the key that unlocks even deeper truths for fellow seekers. For those of you craving to dive even deeper into these mysteries, I have exciting news. We've just launched an exclusive Patreon community where we explore these concepts in even greater depth. As a patron, you'll gain access to bonus content, behind-the-scenes research, and live QA sessions where we can discuss these revelations in real time.